Well, okay guys, let's start the bench work. So we'll call this layout update number 4. So if you can't tell, we are now in the training room. So my plan is to build the bench work for the far left hand side of the training room. I'll show a picture, I'll show you later where it is. Right now I'm going to prep the legs so I can assemble them. So what I got to do now is I need to pre-drill all the legs with a small drill bit so I can secure them with a screw. Once they're all secured and up vertical on their feet, I will then drill and anchor everything with quarter 20 bolts. This is just a temporary fastening to get them off the work zone and onto the floor standing vertical. So I'm going to change cameras and we'll start this process. And I'll try and show you some of the tools that I'm going to be using and what not to use and that kind of stuff. And I'm going to install the feet onto the legs too with their little felt pads. So I'm hoping to have this part done this weekend. So we'll see. It's not that big, complicated to work, but we're getting closer. So I'm going to pause this camera here. I'm going to go to get the other camera going and we'll start building. Okay guys, so I'm going to be drilling, I think it's about a 5/64 drill into each corner of the top of the leg. And we'll take one of the feet and install on the bottom. Takes care of one, and we'll get a couple more. That's 2. Get a leg. Now, I don't want the legs to go down all the way to the table, so I made a shim. It's strictly 3/16 plywood. So I'm going to put that, I'm going to get a clamp. I'm going to clamp it so it doesn't move on me. And we'll put a screw in. Just like that. I'm using a Milwaukee impact driver for doing most of the work. We'll clamp the other side. pair one. And we'll put him in the corner here. And we'll put her there. I have more flat, but just what I had in front of me, so I'm just using the one. I'll get another one. Tap. Try and keep out of the cameras, the head of the camera way. That's another one. Rotate this around so we can get easier access to do the other corner. That. Shim in there. Get a leg. And a clamp for two. More screws. Fourth one in. That'll fall down on me. Now it may be difficult to get one screw in this corner because of the space we have. I have to get that with a different drill. I'll have it over. But that pretty well completes the basic assembly of this benchwork. So I'm going to pause the camera and we're going to flip it on its feet. Okay, there's one module done. So that one corner that I couldn't get the screws, I had to add an extra screw on the back side to keep it twisting off. There's not much of a screw to hold. So now I'm going to drill holes to use the bolts. But I'm going to assemble the other frame first, and then we'll mate the center frame in, and then we'll drill all the holes all one time. So this is not going to take too long. Okay guys, let's, I'm going to prep the other module. So same as before, drill the holes in the corners to anchor the legs. So this module needs 5 because of the lift out. So these will go pretty quickly. We'll get rid of that bit. And we'll put in a square bit. This one out of the way for a minute or two. That. Get some screws. Just like that. By using the screws, I gain an extra hand instead of trying to fight with the legs vertical when you got 4 legs. So I free up a hand. And shove this down a bit more on so we're on the surface of the bench. Just like that. Get my shim. That in the corner. And do this. Screws in, just like that. Easy. And that takes care of that one. So one to do, and we're cooking. Get the last leg, shims in place, clamp it. To the center module. I have a little trick to help an extra hand, just me down here. And feet. One. guess you can't see that from the angle we have. Need one more. There. Okay guys, so I have assembled the center frame. It's just clamped in place, but I wanted to show you something here. I use angle brackets to help me hold up the module so I can secure it. I'll take them away after I'm done. All you are is a 3-inch steel angle bracket that I fasten to the other side of the framework. So that gives me an extra hand to hold this in place until I get it secured. So I use 2 there and 2 here. And they'll do the same for every module that's not going to have legs, because this module here does not have legs. It's strictly supported by the outside modules. You can see that one there has got a leg in the corner there, and that one's got a leg in the corner there. So, so now I'm going to get ready to start drilling holes and anchoring up, and I'm going to do a pre-level too, because this end needs to be level before I can do the next section. So that's what's next. So I'll pause the camera for a bit, and I will set up and get organized for that part. And basically, after that, this part of the build will be done for now. I still need to install bracing on the bottom to keep the legs from swaying out a bit. It'll also help me with shelving too. So that will eventually get installed. Okay guys, until the next bit, chat later. I want to show you what I'm using for hardware and tools for this operation. So I'm using a 1/4 carriage bolt for places where there's 3 layers of plywood, and any layers that have 2 layers, I'm using an 1.5" 1/4 hex bolt. One thing I wanted to show you, the difference between spade bits. I got 2 in my hand here. The one here has a strictly point for guiding, and this one here has a screw in it. These here you don't want to use. These are very aggressive spade bits, and they'll hog into a hole pretty quick because the screw will torque into it. So you don't want to use these type of drill bits for this operation. You want to use a plain Jane spade bit with a point on it. And you're just going to recess it about 1/4 inch just so the head is flush. And of course the holes are all done with a 1/4 inch twist drill. And I have an impact driver so I can drive the nuts in place. And we'll go to town. So I'm going to change the camera to the other side, and I'm going to drill some of the ones that are awkward first, and then eventually get the modules all assembled in place, and we'll start leveling a little bit to get it close to being level. Okay guys, that's it for the bit. Okay, let's go to town. So I'm going to start with the spade bit. I got to drill a hole about here. It's nothing particular. Just like that. And we'll take a switch drill bit around and drill it in. And carriage bolt. Actually, we won't use the carriage bolt here. There's a T-nut here. And I see there's a bit of an issue there. Need a bigger hole for the T-nut. Like that. them home. Get a washer and a nut. Get the washer. Okay guys, I did all the hardware on the two modules. I leveled it, which is pretty close. Might need some tweaking pretty well later on. So all I gotta do now is drill 4 holes to mount the center module in, and this part is done. So the final dimension, say in the center point here, you have to see that or not. Right there in the laser level, we're at 39 3/4 at that point there. But the floor's got a lot of dip in it though. Over here at the lift gate, we're 39.5. So it puts us at 40 inches where I planned on. So I'm pretty well done except for four holes. Next. Of course, I need bracing on the bottom to keep these legs from spraying out. And it'll be help support shelving in the future. But I plan to put some storage underneath here. I have a cabinet over there and I'm going to park in here. I have a cabinet here, it's going to go under here. So all this space below the bench work will get used up. But I'm pretty well done this part. The next step now is to paint the remainder legs, which I had 40 and I used 9. So I'll get all those painted next week, and then I'll start building the modules. And we'll continue our way down the line until we meet back here in the middle. But that's it, guys. I'm done. Reminder, Monday night, 7 o'clock. On my channel, we'll do some more work in this room now. I'm going to work on curves in the corners. I'm going to show you how I do that on Monday. Not sure what kind of trouble Mike's going to get into, but it's off track Monday. Anything's possible. Just remember, hit that like button. If you like it, subscribe it. As Mike says, doesn't cost a dime. So. And the dream is coming in reality. Still a lot more work to do yet, but we're making progress. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Until the next time, enjoy your weekend. Dundas Junction Model Railroad, over and out. Until next time, guys.